Welcome to Sunstorm 2021, where we're bringing you the biggest names in dance music across 4 days with 8 stages to boot. But it's not just about the international artists, we're also shining a light on local artists. And with me today, the one and only, my big brother, Ahmed Al-Amari, aka Baloo. Pew, pew, pew.
Well, I'm Baloo, and I'm a DJ. And I've been doing it for a very long time, and I've been doing it because I love the music. Before 1979, Saudi was a lot more lenient in terms of just, social existence. But after that, there were movements towards fundamentalism in Islam and being a lot more strict and a lot more segregated. It was a heavy time, and I grew up during that time. You grow up to think that's the norm. We grew up as that was our norm. We would never talk about us being DJs in a public setting. It was something that only the closest friends knew about and supported. People generally associate dance culture with intoxication, with drug abuse. But for me, dance music it's an outlet. It's something that connects people. A little music never hurt anybody. So why is DJing wrong? Why is enjoying music wrong? Why is dancing wrong? You could be a very devout Muslim and pray 5 times a day and also be a really good DJ. And the two don't really, block each other out or hurt each other. I had a multicultural upbringing. Grew up between here and the States. When I first started playing records in Washington, D.C., I was 2 years into my undergrad education. I left D.C. and I moved back to Saudi, and I shipped, I think it was 9 or 10 boxes worth of records. Saudi was, it was impossible. I wouldn't be able to buy my music anywhere. It was just shipped or brought in. Like, I would have my friends buy me records. I have a friend that still buys me records, even though I don't play them. She still gets me records. Whenever you live with cultural barriers and you need to work around them, you will find your way around them. It's just that simple. We found our way around them. And we did our thing, quietly. It was a weekend, and I got a call from a friend, and he said, "Are you sitting down?" I said, "No, but I can be." And then he said, "Sit down." I sat down. He said, "I have a project for you." And he said, "We're doing a 3-day music festival." And that's when I actually sat down. I didn't know what I was getting into. I had no idea, and all I kept thinking was, what just happened? Next day I met with them, and they told me more about the project. And within days, we had a whole concept. It's a huge honor to be part of this. It's a huge honor to be a guiding force in it, you know what I mean? Because we pushed it creatively to be what it is now. I just want to see people's faces. I want to see people's faces when they walk into, the big space and they see the big stage. I actually want to walk around and film everyone and just see, how they react and play some really good music, mostly. These are very, very exciting times. We want this to be sustainable. We want this to be, a cultural phenomenon. This is not just it's not about partying. This has a lot of really big implications. This will change our world.
Let's talk about Sunstorm 2019, the first one.
Sunstorm 2019 it felt monumental. It felt like, and I'm quoting Khaled actually, it was monumental. And it was a lot of fun, and a lot of people enjoyed it. A lot of people came out to dance, and touching on the local artists, not a single artist got off the stage without tears, and it was beautiful to see everybody's joy, including the artists. For me, I feel like a father to them, honestly, and I'm really blessed and privileged to actually take on this responsibility and focus on really pushing the local talent to somewhere beyond their dreams and beyond my dreams. I'd never had this dream even, so it still gives me goosebumps. It was 3 days. This time it's 4 days. We got bigger spaces, more stages, more space for people to dance, and hopefully people can come and enjoy themselves and help everybody else enjoy themselves, and make sure that it's a safe and fun space for everyone to really be themselves.
I think you created an incredible environment. I know you're a DJ and you're one of the biggest names in the underground scene, but also in the up-and-coming dance scene in Saudi Arabia. But I want to talk about your other role in MDLBEAST. Can you talk to me a little about being the Chief Creative Officer?
Being the Chief Creative Officer is probably the biggest purpose that has ever fell on me. It is something that I hold very dearly to my heart. I take it very seriously, sometimes to a point where my passion becomes physical, and it's not always a good thing. And you know that, I'm temperamental, so
I know.
I love it. I love doing my job. I love working with the people I work with. I have a stellar team that supports me, from my core creative team all the way to every staff member at MDLBEAST. Every department at MDLBEAST has been super supportive and actually getting our vision into action.
Yeah. How did it feel getting that call to be the Chief Creative Officer?
Overwhelmed. I felt overwhelmed. Yeah. I felt fortunate, because it really is a role that I feel my whole life and journey has built me up for.
Yeah.
And I said this in Q. I looked back at my history and I said, oh,
now it makes sense.
That's why all this happened. Now it makes sense. Now I know why all this happened. So I still feel that way. I still feel very privileged and fortunate and honored to take on this role. And I take it very much to heart. I've always wanted a DJ career, and I feel like I had one, but this is a step above that. This is really opening doors, windows of opportunities for so many people to thrive and do what they love and do the things that I couldn't do when I was in my 20s. Yeah. So here I am in my 40s doing something a lot more important.
40s are the new 20s, by the way.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But okay, I want to talk about, so there was a gap between 2019 and 2021.
Yep.
Let's talk about the underground dance scene and how it had evolved over the past 2 years. Did you notice a change in the local DJ scene?
Yeah, tremendous change on many levels. On a talent level, a lot of people that did this as a hobby and didn't take it very seriously because they didn't see a possible career, they started taking it seriously. A lot of we call them COVID DJs. I'm gonna call them MDLBEAST DJs, because they literally came out of MDLBEAST. They came out of the spectacle that was our first Sunstorm, and they came out inspired, and they took their love for music and applied it to their lives. And now they're creating, they're being creative, they're connecting with the rest of the scene. So that's one thing. On a scene level, what I noticed is that a lot of our private parties before Sunstorm and MDLBEAST were a lot more discreet, a lot more exclusive. That shifted, and a lot of these parties transformed into brands, into event brands. And we featured a lot of them at XP, and our intention with that is to help the scene go from this private, discreet, exclusive place to slightly more inclusive, slightly more public, and actually be a space for people to come, discover, learn, listen, and grow. So I'm super excited about all the inspiration.
You also hosted a competition for the Beast DJs.
We did host the competition
at XP.
We invited local DJs because we were also looking for fresh talent. We only know what we see, but there's so much of the unseen that we want to find, and we're all about amplifying the unseen.
Yeah.
Right? That's our motto. That's our vision.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was an inspiration to actually invite more talent, encourage more talent to come. And I have to say, there were veterans that applied, people that have been doing it for 25 years, that should not be in a competition, but they applied because they know the magnitude of Soundstorm and of XP and MDLBEAST. So it's a testament to our brand. Our brand is strong, and beyond that, our mission is strong. We really do want people to come out and play their music and be themselves, and it's coming from this lens, so it's different. It's all fresh. It's all new. And with the new comes a lot of good new music. So we're excited.
We talked about the local DJs. Can you name a few that's worth checking out in the lineup?
Wow.
Top three.
Top three?
Top three.
Wow, that's.
I know it's a tough question.
Top three from the competition?
Yeah.
Or top three just generally?
Can it be a mix?
Just generally.
Can it be a mix?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, look, all
and the new and up and coming. Plus
I'm only going to
veterans.
focus on the new guys. Durar.
Okay.
Durar is one of my favorite up and coming talents. She is from Jeddah, and she has one of the most refined ears in our scene. She jumped on the boat with a bag of taste, and she's doing great. Another one is Soulskin, one of my favorites. She's wonderful. She is extremely funky. I have not heard anyone funkier than her, and she
got soul.
She's got a lot of soul and a lot of funk, and she's wonderful. This is obviously a very subjective answer. This is my taste, guys. This is what I like, so I'm not gonna hold back.
We are asking you. It's good.
And then I'm actually gonna mention Dabous. Yeah, Dabous. Dabous is wonderful. He's a DJ and he's a producer. He's very passionate and he's very curious, and I love supporting him. He sends me questions and sends me his demos. He wants me to hear everything he does, and it's endearing, and I love supporting talent. So, like I said, it's a huge responsibility, and I take it very seriously. And yeah, those are my top three. Can I add two more?
Yeah, sure.
Actually, no, I don't want to do that.
No,
we're good with three. Sorry, top five.
If you want to achieve one thing in Soundstorm 2021, what would it be?
Inspiration.
Inspiration. Okay.
I want us to inspire people.
I think you've already done that, by the way.
I don't want more.
Okay.
That's not enough. I want more.
Keep inspiring.
I want people to be as creative as they can be. I want them to really push and support the scene. It's a time for us to build our scene. It's a time for us to build our community, and I'm really hoping that people take that seriously, and they support their talent and they support the scene in any way they can.
Nicely said. Thank you, Baloo, for your time, and break a leg on your set.
Time.
Thank you for my time. And I hope you have an amazing festival.
Thank you.
See you on the dance floor.